What's up everyone, it's Paul and lafon bringing you another Overwatch League recap video.
Big Goose continues to run disruption, keeping people off of that platform. Into the back goes Mirror, drops the EMP, manages to catch 5 members on the side of the Valiant. The cleanup follows through very quickly thereafter as McGravy will get knocked out of that mech, and in all likelihood, never mind, I was going to say he would be staggered out, but they just go ahead and finish him off.
Well, this Ash pick, it's not working well.
It is not, but hey, we're just 13% away from Bob making a reappearance here. Shax, however, does manage to find Big Goose, so a very positive start of the fight for them, as KSP will be able to knock down OG. The question is, if they can get entrenched on the point, if they can flip this rather, will they be able to hold it? The roll through comes through from Dreamer, but he's still got just a sliver of HP remaining on himself. Rez comes out from Rain to put Lastro back into the mix.
There's Bob.
Bob's going to be charging over past the staircase. Gravitic Flux looking to come out. KSP trying to jump back, but just gets hounded down by multiple members. Burton with the Death Blossom will be able to finish him off. Bob in the back. Seismic Slam goes back to the top of the staircase, and now the Coalescence is going to be rolling through from Shaz. That's going to be the go button for the rest of the Gladiators as they try to make their way over to the point, but Mirror still being hounded down. Will get picked off from behind by Shax. Is that going to be enough for them to maintain control here? Looks like the answer might just be yes, because Birdring follows suit. Joining him in the grave. The sound barrier is out now from both of these teams. Shields melting away as the Pulse Bomb goes forward. Shax manages to find Big Goose, follows up onto OG, and Shax is starting to pop the hell off.
Yeah, Shax, I mean, absolutely, basically by himself. Gary is going to force the Gladiators, going to swap Mirror over to this Torbjorn as a potential counter.
KSP just going to be plus forwarding with the Death Blossom. Does get taken down to the back end by Big Goose, who follows up for another kill onto Shax, but the damage is done. Is a pick. Molten Core now coming through down over towards the point. Mirror going to be overcharging, pushing forward. The Pulse Bomb out from Shax. This time finds space, but Mirror with the turret will be able to come up with 2 kills, getting rid of 2 of the more elusive members on the side of the Valiant. And the fluke will be there. 91% health ultimate at the moment. Astro only able to find the turret so far. Gravitic Flux going to be catching multiple members. The slam back down space will be able to get rid of Shax as they continue to look for more members of the Valiant. KSP and Dreamer will both fall. Riz chase forward does come through, and you can see, yeah, McGravy in just a rough position. Couldn't get through the doorway.
You let them step over that line, and then you set up that combo.
Death Blossom comes through from KSP, looking pretty successful so far, manages to find 2. OG going to be taken down as well, so very great team fight so far for the Valiant. Birdring tries to answer back, but Shax shuts him down after losing on Rain. And this will be the push back over onto the point. 91% ticking up yet again are the Valiant. Coalescence rolling through. They're looking to get a finishing blow here onto space. They will be able to burn him down. Can anyone tag? The answer is going to be yes. They force out the OT as the Molten Core comes through from Mirror. Big Goose, however, nowhere to go. Does get right-clicked down by Lastro, who is sitting in the middle of all of this lava. Can't really advance to either side, but it will finally clear out so he can start rotating around the sides of the point to make sure that he keeps his teammates alive. Takes a little bit of damage. A Pile Driver coming through from OG, who swaps over onto the Wrecking Ball. Does not lead to much. Mirror is only able to find 1, and he will get finished off. Now it's Big Goose all on his lonesome, but to no avail. Cannot hold them off, cannot buy enough time for his teammates up into the air to avoid that Pile Driver. Dynamite coming through, and Burn Ring picked off. KSP manages to find that kill before he can get hounded down. Still going to be on the rotation, however. As you can see, Shaz and Space both push.
To survive in a situation like that after doing massive damage and picking Bird Ring, it's just tough to be an Ash main right now.
Yep, as well as the Mercy, who's trying to pocket set Ash. Mirror is going to be able to clean up both supports. KSP does manage to find 1 on the Big Goose with the help of that Dynamite.
Okay.
Bird Ring will fall, so they start trading this one back into their favor. Turret burns down Space, Shax gets Mirror, so just like that, Valiant going to work their way over onto the point, get the finishing blow onto Shaz. OG does manage to get McGravy one last time before falling, but need to try and take this point back. McGravy doesn't find much with the self-destruct, but KSP again with the Dynamite gets rid of Big Goose. Turns out that that is his weakness. This burns him down continuously. We get a burning. Molten Core comes out onto the point. Doesn't have too many people to catch, however, because everybody's dead on the side of the glass. It's not long for this world, unfortunately. It does get taken down by Bird Ring.
I think, you know, if KSP just swaps here, Valiant have a great shot at this. You know, I mean, the comp that Gladiators ran here was perfect to fight with the sound barrier against it.
Picked off, they need that burst healing coming through from the Moira to try to keep this Wrecking Ball sustained. And Death Blossom now out from KSP, but he is met with nothing but sadness and failure with that ultimate. Instant Death Blossom is there or instant D-Matrix is there rather, onto the Death Blossom from space to shut it down. Bomb up over the top, finds the pick onto the Wrecking Ball. And LA Valiant, they continue to try and delay this fight, to elongate it, try to get this back into their favor, but it seems less and less likely as time goes on. Because with the right click finds Shaq's Rain going to fall, and there you go, they finally have displaced them off of... Be going through, and you can see the ult charge surging forward for KSP, now up to 55% towards that Bob. Is under a bit of fire. It's the body shot tag there on a Big Goose as the Bionate does come through. KSP finishes off Shaz. Follow-up Dynamite, but the rest of the team is on to 3 members of the Valiant, but no kills come on the backside of that. Dreamer hacks for the moment, taking some damage as they continue to push forward, but he finally gets that barrier back down. Shax's turret gets rid of Birdring, OG gets rid of Shax, and Lastro gets rid of OG. Caught alive, they keep him topped up, he was a sliver of HP, KSP gets another shot of Big Goose, and suddenly Valiant might just be able to win this fight again. Stuck in behind the barriers are multiple members of the Gladiators trying to stay safe, but Dreamer gets right up into their faces. Costs him his life, but they still get the kill on OG, and now Valiant avoid all of the constant fire coming through as well as the freeze from this May. They'll successfully do so far, but Lastro will get caught up in the mix of things and eliminated by OG. McGravy popped out of the mech now, finished off by Birdring. But again, look at the time buy coming through for the Valiant. It's scrappy.
Really nice
they lose the fight in the end. Birdring starting to push forward once to get into position for that Death Blossom, but space is lost out on his neck, and McGravy is there to finish him off. Blizzard tossed in on the point, gets the freeze onto Dreamer. They try to keep him topped up, but to no avail. Bob comes in to show some support. The pocket healing, trying to keep Bob sustained so he can break down that barrier. Will be able to do so to keep him alive. Yeah, one as best as he possibly can as Birdring goes into the back. Solo invests the ult onto KSP, will be able to burn him down, and also gets McGravy as the D-Matrix wears off. So huge value coming through from that, but it will be an OT finish for the side of the glass.
Well, the Flux though.
Through. McGravy denies the Blizzard from Mirror, completely eats that one up. Now the drop down coming through. Barrage gonna be dropped in, but Shax runs out of targets. Does get finished by space, but it's okay because the rest of the Valiant are doing some solid work, including Bob, who finishes off Big Goose. The melee hits will come through. KSP with a headshot on the back end. Very cheeky recall, keeps him safe, but that was almost one of the nuttiest shots that I've ever seen. Birdring in the meantime off screen is going to be using that Death Blossom, comes up with the kill onto KSP. Shax does get Mirror, and Big Goose will fall, but it's a fairly neutral fight, and when you're the attacking team in this situation, losing out or trading equally in members, at least for, up until that point, it's not good.
Blossom, look where he's standing, he's looking for the flank. He's 4% away from that, and that's going to be what they're looking to close this map out potentially, get that ult economy back.
He has it in the meantime, diving into the back line. They will manage to find last.
Really great way to stall this point out. Big Goose actually commits a sound barrier after Birdring is dead, though, so he doesn't have that either. And Valiant may just steal this one away. They may finish the map.
Well, a really good wrap around the back side. Multiple freezes coming through as Shaz will just go ahead and likely pick up the play of the game on the back of that
position. But now it's huge.
Boulders coming through, KSP falling lower and lower. Thought maybe Shax is going to be getting a hammer kill there for a second, but it's only onto the supercharger, so it doesn't count.
He doesn't use drumsticks, he plays the bongos with the hammer. Ooh, yep. That wall.
That was really nice. Trying to hold them out of the spawn as well.
That's really nice time, keep him alive.
Forced to the ice block. He's going to go ahead and lob in that Blizzard. Does not get eaten by kinetic grasp there from McGravy, who will be frozen and will be finished off. 15 seconds remaining. And the Molten Core used by Shax leads to nothing. This is not looking great for the Valiant. They need to get somebody on the card. They need to stay together as a team, but they continue to get picked off one after the other. Making their way. Drops in with that Death Blossom. Only finds a supercharger so far. Answer Gravitic Flux now out from space. Slams down Dreamer. Finds the kill. Shax will be eliminated as well. Space trying to stay alive. Will get pressured down by the Coalescence. Supercharger dropped in from OG. But the Valiant are the ones persevering in the fight so far. KSP gets rid of Birdring, and they actually manage to push forward. They get the team wiped. They still have a long ways to go. They cannot considerably further away. Molten Core about to be there for Shax. And the Flux is not too far off from McGravy either. Birdring, however, manages to find one. McGravy going to be taken down. Can they turn this around yet again? KSP starts. He finds OG. Needs to get a lot more than that, however. Is under fire, and they manage to find the kills onto the enemy Reaper. Now the Moira, the delay tactics available to the Valiant are getting bled one after the other. They will get pushed off the cart. The whole
because the high ground control is really important, and Space's Diva is going to get you that. Birdring teasing the Sombra.
Squad as the Gladiators continue to push forward. Sound barrier shielding for the Valiant now going to be expiring. Gravy playing up on the top there does get demeched. The Goose will be taken down, but the Blossom manages to find one. McGravy going to be eliminated. Mirror manages to get rid of the Torbjorn. Now Lastro falling as well. Rain has been swapped over onto the Lucio. We'll see just how elusive he can be. Seems like as he jumps forward, he's just going to get chunked out lower and lower. Finally finished off by Space with the Rockets. Now it's on McGravy to try to stay positioned here on the point. Barrier going to be tossed in. They try to juke out. McGravy manages to find two. Mirror and Shaz both going to fall. It's got to clear one final member off of that cart to roll it in, but they just keep spilling forward. Do the members of the Valiant. 9 meters left to go as Space gets demeched there on the back end. OG is dropped in the supercharger. Birdring, however, under fire, gets eliminated by KSP. We're taking out McGravy, sitting on top of the cart, trying to stay sustained. Lastro holding down that right click, manages to get the knockout on his Space's mech before the sound barrier can come in. Again, is the tank dying just moments before Big Goose can actually get that sound barrier off. Pulse Bomb goes out from KSP. Big Goose gets caught up in the blast. The turret up from Shax gets rid of the Baby Diva. And suddenly, this is looking very winnable for the LA Valiant. They continue to win this fight. They hold them off.
Gladiators, the blizzard needs to be big.
Yep, Mirror goes ahead, drops that one, barely makes it into the ice block safely. Sound barrier now going to be out for the Valiant, so Birdring in the back lines with this attack visor isn't really doing much, just tickling the members of the Valiant, and they just brush that one off pretty easily, get a team wipe, and they will successfully hold it.
And McGravy gets a bomb here. It's really good focus fire on the barrier. That was more the rest of his teammates than him. I mean, the bomb placement was good. When the bomb goes off there, it's like, all right, that's it.
It's completely destroyed by the Pharah. And now you can see OG trying to dance around and keep himself safe. Does get finished off. KSP will get rid of Shaz. Birdring manages to find the res back onto Dreamer. EMP comes through, catches two. The Pharah grounded for the moment, but no one able to actually get a finishing blow on her. KSP will be finished off with the cart, manages to glide through the barrage, gets rid of OG. It's a scrappy fight, but in all of the chaos, Valiant just barely managed to slide that cart through into point B. Now they have 4 minutes on the clock, and they don't even have to finish the map. They just have to, well, they basically do. But they just have to make it right to the end, and then it's of the bomb, and McGravy finds another E onto a mirror. Gets rid of yet another blizzard, his second in the series, I do believe. 4 of those blizzards taken out. Now Rain gets rid of Mirror. They start pushing their way forward. Shax overloading, tries to stay alive even with that additional armor coming through. It's not going to be enough. OG does eliminate him. You can see the Valiant still looking very comfortable in the fight. The Baby Diva eliminated. Big Goose taken out by Rain. Shaz pushing forward, inting effectively to get rid of KSP. He gets the kill, but everybody else on the side of the Gladiators is just getting destroyed. The molten core comes through. Big Goose nearly taken down by the lava. Space going to be knocked out. Rain coming up with that final blow, and the turn from Shax gets rid of OG. Shaz gets taken down. It's yet again a slaughter. Now just Mirror gets killed off. The team wipe comes through, and the Valiant
already is ready with the Torbjorn, so this isn't going to be easy to run by any means.
Freeze coming down onto Dreamer right at the gateway, and he will get finished off, as does Shax. So final drives his way up onto the awning. And Obus is out onto Shax. He pushes forward, the cap coming through, and they will just have it. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. So only 1 minute and 24 used to cap B. Big Goose, and you can see Kinetic Grasp not really going to be doing too much there for Space. It does allow him to help stay alive, but Dreamer likely could have just stuck around and tried to finish him off. Instead, Birdring will be able to find the Angry Monkey and get rid of him. Also follows up for McGravy, so takes down both of those tanks. Dynamite very far forward here from KSP. Gets a bit of damage in onto the Reaper, but nothing too meaningful. Death Blossom used, Birdring manages to find 2 plus the turret. It seems like does get rid of those. Dreamer jumping up onto the high ground. Primal Rage now ready to go, but looks like he can just hold on to that as he already finishes off Birdring, which is going to be the biggest threat to him. As a Winston will still go ahead and use the Primal Rage, and just gets free smacks onto OG because he's fortified, so he doesn't go anywhere. So he just keep chasing behind him. Doesn't have to leap anywhere. Smacks him to death. Well, time to reset, go again.
They're going to
Dreamer
stick
down
around
below half,
here.
still getting shipped, but OG is going to be gone now. Mirror pushing forward, trying to get a freeze onto the Winston, so he just goes to the high ground, kills the Soldier 76.
Gladiators are in trouble.
Gladiators have no idea. Jumps off the high ground. They finally apply enough pressure to go ahead and get rid of that Ash. Try to use the bomb. Looks like didn't quite go through. Molten Core is up the high ground, and OG of all people gets caught in it. They burn him to the ground. Dreamer is still just smacking people around. Doesn't matter if you're on Soldier 76, your legs do not move fast enough to get you away from it. Up, second tick, getting ready to come in. Valiant, can they turn this one around? McGravy going to be taken out of the mech. The Immortality Field is a little bit too late for that one. Helix rockets out, managed to take down Lastro as well. Rain trades out one, however, as Big Goose, Space, and Mirror will all fall. Primal Rage is out from OG, but KSP swaps over onto the Tracer, burns down Birdring. He's back over onto the point where OG is by himself, trying to buy some time, trying to stay inside that bubble to keep himself alive, but it is not going to happen. OT bleeds away, and here Flank Birdring has the bomb online. We'll see when he chooses to use it. Dreamer receiving the nano boost from Lastro helps keep him alive for a little bit longer as the shots continue to come through, but that was a bit wanting from Shaxx. Manages to find one, but he gets taken out by Mirror's Barrage, and then gets taken out by Rain, who gets does not get the res coming back through. Big Goose brings Shaz back into the fight now. Lastro gets taken down. Rain will get bombed on by that Bionade. The Valiant, they have lost control. 16% currently on the board for the Gladiator.
And Birdring even gets the kill on KSP.
Yeah, the res comes back in. Dreamer pushing over onto the other side, and oh no! Space just gives him a gentle shove, and he goes off the side of the map. Primal Rage will be able to elongate the fight a little bit longer. Drop down from Space as he goes into the back line. He's desperately trying to finish off Rain. He finally manages to do so. KSP and Shaxx now, McGravy all gone. Dreamer dead on the back end of that one. 176 Gladiators. Yeah, shifting back over onto this. The Seismic Slam not going to be able to get too much, but Shaxx will be sent off the side of the map by Big Goose, who, you know, Lastro died in midair by Birdring, but that was really going to be another boop there from Big Goose. Rain does reciprocate, however, but again, Birdring is there. Cuts down yet another support, so this is going to be the fight victory in all likelihood for the Gladiators. Just trying to finish that one off as KSP got a last. Get it, Coalescence going to be rolling through from Lastro as he drops down. Sound Barrier comes out, does not. Yeah, I'm sorry, it does not help keep Lastro alive, obviously, as the self-destruct does come through. Birdring now going to be using that Death Blossom. Gets many an assist there, and that will be the cleanup on the fight. Gladiators back in control. Didn't lose.
They only really get one chance at this, one shot. Here comes the bomb.
Yeah, bomb up over
Gets
the top,
Mirror.
finds Mirror, had nowhere to go, and OG got taken down to KSP. In the meantime, on the other side of the map, continue to chase forward. McGravy will be able to roll over Birdring. Shaz falls as well. Valiant now making their way over to the point. Will be able to get this flip into their favor as they finish off Space. Hammer kill from Shaxx onto Big Goose.
Okay, they got it. The core of his own. He's going to split his turret with where he stands. He's about to get it.
They need to win out these last two rounds, but Shaxx is the first one to fall. Birdring pushes forward, manages to get rid of the Torque Grid. Now the Molten Core going to be coming through, just making sure to cover all of the ramps so that the Valiant have extreme difficulty in trying to get over onto the point. Space, the self-destruct will get rid of Dreamer. Didn't have anywhere safe enough to hide. Flip comes back through, 92% here. Valiant, what have they got? Dreamer's going to swap.
To stay up to date with all things Overwatch League, make sure to check out one of our other recap videos.